If you're an educator, I can't wait to see what you think about this video. Welcome back to my channel. I am Miranda Hodge and this is the Cherish Mum Space Coaching. I am a parent coach and a life coach and a wellbeing coach and a teacher, and I share lots and lots of tips on this channel for parents. I've also been stepping into the role of providing professional development for educators as well. So this is going to be one of my educator-based videos. That said, if you are a parent, you are going to get lots of information from this video on how to create a positive space in your home, a positive home environment. This specifically is how to create a positive classroom environment, but don't worry, stick around because you're going to get lots and lots of helpful tips. If you're an educator, I can't wait to see what you think about this video. Drop a comment below. Tell me what you think about it. Have you tried these tips in your classroom or in your house? Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so how to create a positive classroom environment. Now, I've been a teacher for years and it's wonderful and amazing to see the different environments teachers can create in their classrooms. Now, one of the things you need to know is that I am at the moment a relief teacher, and it's been a major part of my career being a relief teacher. So I go into lots of different people's classrooms and talk to the kids, watch the kids, look after them, teach them, all those sorts of things. As you guys all know what's involved in that, going into lots of different classrooms. Now, something that I've really been able to hone as a result of this is seeing what really works in different classrooms. Okay, so I've got 3 tips for you guys today on how to create a positive classroom environment, 3 of the major things that I've seen. Okay, and as a teacher from when I've been creating my own classroom environments, and every day when I go into someone else's environment, I can still create a positive environment in that space. Okay, so here we go. Let's start with the tips. So the first way to create a positive classroom environment is to focus on community. Now, years and years ago, I did a training called Tribes, which talked about community circles. And I know that one of the school that I work in most of the time does community circles every single morning, and it's really, really helpful. Now, why do we want to focus on community? Because when we work together on a goal, it creates a better culture in the space where we are. Now, hands up if you've been part of a good workplace culture or a good culture in a space where you are. Could be in a not-for-profit organisation, could be in a church, could be in a space. Okay, if you've been part of a really, really great community-based culture, then you will know that it says basically we work together towards a goal. In your classroom, the goal is happy, healthy learning, happy, healthy relationships with the children. Okay, they're the sort of things that we are actually working together in the community that we call a classroom. And of course, the learning is a major part of that. But the learning can't happen properly unless there is that feeling of collective movement towards the cause. Okay, so fostering a sense of community in your classroom. How can you do that? You can have things like community circles. You can have rotating things like experts for a day, moving around and sharing their expertise within the community of learners. You can have lots and lots of different things. Show and share is a great way to encourage community, talking about where we are, what we do, why do we do it, our actual community around us. That all really helps us to be able to understand that sense of community and how a real community works. Okay, and the other one is to know where you stand in community as a child, as a student. Okay, and obviously for us as parents, as adults, as teachers, we need to know that too. Okay, so fostering that sense of community in your classroom, we help each other, is really, really important. My second tip for how to create a positive classroom environment is to be prepared. Now, be prepared. Now, if you're one of the people who watches this from a parenting standpoint all the time, then you will know this is a huge, huge, huge tip that I've shared lots and lots of times. Being prepared, being proactive instead of reactive is so much better and creates a much more positive flow-on effect and much less overwhelm and stress on you as the teacher or the parent in whichever case you are. Now, what does this mean? Be prepared means basically understand what's going to be going on in your classroom, Or it could mean, if you're a CRT like I am, reading up on what's been happening in the classroom, asking other teachers for what's going on, so that you can walk in there with your head above water, having an understanding of what you are going to be teaching for the day, but also understanding what sort of issues and stuff are going on for the children that you're going to be seeing through the day. So it's really, really important that that happens, and that's part of professional practice for teachers anyway, is being aware of what's going on, of learners in their environments. Okay, so being prepared might look like all those things I just mentioned. It also might look like having some strategies in play. So for instance, if this happens, then we do this. When I was teaching grade 1, it's like, grade 2, sorry, they were coming from grade 1. When this happens, what do you do then? If you have a problem with someone or something, what do you then do? And then I introduce the strategy of 3 before me. So go and ask 3 other people, unless it's an emergency, go and ask 3 other people if they know what to do first before you come straight back to me. Because you can understand with a class of 24 or 23 or 25 or however many children in a class, that's a lot of people to come back and ask, even if only a fifth of them do. That's a lot of people to come back and ask what you are supposed to be doing because they haven't listened properly at the start. So go and ask someone else, go and do whatever, go and see 3 people before you come back to me. That's just one of the strategies that we talk about. Okay, another thing when it comes to wellbeing, now wellbeing is obviously my field of expertise really. Wellbeing, one of the things that I set up for wellbeing with my kids is number 1, when someone's saying something that you don't want them to say or that you feel is upsetting to you, okay, depending on the level of it, the first thing you do is ignore it. The second thing you do is ignore it. And the third thing you do is come and see me. Okay, so I say come and see Mrs. Hodge at the 3rd time, depending on what it is. Obviously, we have to be aware of what it is. So anyway, having some strategies, being prepared for what's actually going to happen that day so that you can steer things on a positive note towards towards learning, towards those community goals is very, very extremely helpful. And it means, again, that you've got less overwhelm. It means that you've got less on the spot trying to work out what I'm going to do with these 5 children and they're having an issue over here as well. That really, really brings that down. Okay, and on a wellbeing point of view, that's wonderful for stress for teachers and all of it. Okay, so we need to just be really, really prepared. Now, before I keep on going, if you are a teacher, if you are a parent, you will get a lot out of this channel. I'm consistently sharing videos that help with behavior, intentions, well-being, good stuff for teachers, but also helping with children. Okay, good stuff for parents, but also helping with children as well. And children are basically the main thing that my channel is built around, how to interact with children. And that's why I'm doing educators and parents. Okay, so if you're interested in more of this sort of stuff, make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you hit the little bell just down here somewhere that will, or whichever side it's on, that will notify you of what is coming up next. Okay, I try to release a video once a week. So there you go. On to the 3rd thing. Okay, the 3rd tip that I'm sharing today in how to create a positive classroom environment is to make failure a normal part of growth. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll know there's a growth mindset one hopping around somewhere, okay? And I'll try and link it below or up on the screen here. So making failure a normal part of growth is essential for a positive classroom environment. Because if you don't have that understanding, if kids aren't being moved towards that understanding, that can be quite challenging, especially when they're younger, to be able to make failure a normal part of growth, okay, to have that growth mindset. When that doesn't happen, people around the place are getting really down on themselves and potentially not contributing to the community atmosphere where everyone is moving forwards. So if we can make failure normal, oops, I made a mistake, that's okay, I'm going to move on and I'm going to just try and fix it up. Or whoops, I made a mistake, that's okay, now I'm going to keep trying again because now I know what not to do. Okay, so making failure a normal part for us as teachers, come on, we talk about well-being a lot, a normal thing for us to do, but especially for the child who is learning, who is trying to embrace their learning, if we can make that a normal part of growth, then we're going to be going a long, long, long way to creating that positive environment in our classroom. Okay, so that third one is probably one of the most important, but they're all very, very important things. Okay, so how do you create a positive classroom environment? Is this something that you want to do better at? Is it something that you're not sure at? Are you a beginning teacher who doesn't really know what they want to be doing or how to set things up? Then I would love you to pop a comment below and let me know so that I can work out exactly what I want to do my next videos on to help you guys be better teachers, be the parents, be the teachers that you want to be, the educators, and then be able to really impact the lives of the little people that you are lucky enough to be with every day. All right, so anyway, find all the links and everything are below this video. Otherwise, I'm Miranda Hodge from the Cherished Mum Space Coaching and Professional Development. Okay, so otherwise, have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I will see you soon. Bye.